You must not give up. Listen up. Life isn't a red carpet laid out for you to stroll on. It's a battlefield, a forge, a place where the weak get crushed and the strong rise from the ashes. Today, right now, I'm not speaking to you with soothing lullabies. I'm commanding you. Wake up. Don't let your soul stay weak for another second. Failure, bitterness, pain, they're not the end. They're the flames that test and forge a resilient soul.
Are you ready? If not, then right now straighten your back, lift your head high, and resolve to change. Listen to me and listen well. Failure isn't some shadowy monster lurking in the corners of your life, waiting to devour you. No, it's a mirror, a brutal, unflinching reflection of where you stand, what you've done and what you haven't yet become. But here's the truth you need to burn into your mind. Failure only wins when you let it. It only claims victory when you drop your head, slump your shoulders, and surrender to the weight of it all. I'm here to tell you, no, I'm here to command you. Don't you dare give it that power. Not today, not ever. What do you see when you think of failure? A job you lost? A dream that slipped through your fingers? A moment when you stumbled and the world laughed? Good. Hold that image in your mind. Don't flinch. Don't turn away. Stare at it like you're staring into the eyes of an enemy on the battlefield, because that's what it is, an enemy, not a tombstone. It's not the end of your story unless you decide it is, and I'm telling you right now, you don't have permission to make that decision. You don't get to roll over and play dead. You're still breathing, aren't you? Your heart's still beating, isn't it? Then stand up. Fight back. Let's get real. Failure hurts. It stings like a blade cutting deep into your pride. It leaves bruises on your ego and scars on your confidence. Maybe you've fallen flat on your face more times than you can count. Maybe you've tasted the dirt of defeat so often you've forgotten what victory feels like. I get it. I see you there, in the mud, in the mess, wondering if it's worth getting up again. But hear this loud and clear. That pain, that bitter taste of loss, it's not your executioner. It's your teacher. Every time you fall, it's handing you a lesson carved in fire and blood. And I demand that you learn it. Don't you dare waste a single tear or a single bruise by ignoring what it's trying to tell you. Think about it. Every great warrior, every legend you've ever admired, they didn't rise to glory on a smooth, unbroken road. They crawled through the wreckage of their own mistakes. They stood up with trembling legs after being knocked down. They wiped the sweat and the shame from their faces and said, "Not yet. I'm not done." That's who you need to be. Not some fragile soul who crumbles at the first sign of trouble, but a fighter who looks at failure and says, "You don't own me. You don't define me. You're just a step I have to climb. I know what you're thinking. It's too hard. I failed too many times. I'm too tired." Stop it. Stop that weak, whining voice in your head right now. I don't care how many times you've fallen, 10, 20, 100. What matters is how many times you get back up. One more time, that's all it takes. One more time to prove you're not finished. One more time to spit in the face of defeat and say, "You thought you had me? Think again. You're not allowed to quit. You hear me? Quitting is for the weak, and you're not weak. You might feel broken, you might feel battered, but you're not weak, not unless you choose to be. It's you. Picture this. You're down on your knees, the weight of the world pressing on your back. The voices around you, maybe even the voice inside you, are screaming that it's over, that you're done. But then you clench your fists. You feel the ground beneath you, solid and unyielding, and you push. You push with everything you've got, not because it's easy,
Not because it feels good, but because you refuse to let failure write your ending. That's the moment you become unstoppable. That's the moment you take back your power. And I'm ordering you to find that moment right now. Don't tell me it's impossible. Don't tell me you can't. Those are lies you fed yourself for too long, and I'm done hearing them. Failure doesn't care about your excuses. It thrives on them. It grows stronger every time you let it convince you to stay down. So rip those excuses apart. Tear them to shreds and throw them into the wind. You've got no room for them anymore. What you've got is a choice. Lie there in the dust, or rise like a phoenix from the ashes of your past. I know which one I'd pick. And deep down you do too. Here's what you're going to do. Take that failure, the one that's been haunting you, the one that keeps you up at night, and face it head on. Look at it and say, "You're not my master. You're my fuel." Then use it. Use every ounce of that pain, that frustration, that rage to propel yourself forward. Let it light a fire in your chest that no one can put out. Let it drive you to stand taller, fight harder, and push further than you ever thought you could. Because that's what a resilient soul does. It turns the blows of life into the strength to conquer. This isn't a suggestion. This is a command. Failure doesn't get to win unless you hand it the crown. So take it back, stand up, dust yourself off, and march forward with your head high. You've fallen before? Fine, you'll fall again? Probably. But every time you rise, every time you grow stronger, that's not just your duty, it's your destiny. Now go claim it. Listen up, because I'm about to hit you with a truth you can't ignore. Life isn't fair. It's not a gentle breeze or a warm embrace. It's a storm, a relentless barrage of sharp edges and bitter blows. Betrayal stabs you in the back. Loss rips your heart out. Criticism cuts deeper than any knife. And you know what? That's not the exception. That's the rule. The world doesn't care about your tears or your pleas for mercy. It keeps coming, wave after wave, daring you to break. But I'm here to tell you, no. I'm here to command you. Don't you dare let it. Bitterness isn't your executioner.
It's your anvil, and you're going to hammer it into something unbreakable.
Let's face it head on. You've tasted bitterness, haven't you? That sour sting when someone you trusted turned their back on you. That hollow ache when something you loved slipped away. Maybe a person, a dream, a piece of yourself. That burning rage when the world pointed fingers and told you you're not enough. It sits in your chest like a stone, heavy and cold, whispering that you should give up, that you should curl up and let the darkness win. I see you there, carrying that weight, feeling it drag you down. But hear me now, that stone isn't your burden to bear. It's your raw material, and I demand that you use it. Don't let it crush you, build with it. Picture this. Life hands you a jagged rock of pain. It's rough, it's ugly, it cuts when you touch it. Most people would throw it away, run from it, or let it pin them to the ground. Not you. Not anymore. You're going to take that rock, every betrayal, every tear, every cruel word, and stack it into a foundation. You're going to build a fortress out of the very things that try to destroy you. Because that's what a resilient soul does. It doesn't just survive bitterness, it turns it into power. And I'm ordering you to start building right now. Don't tell me it's too much. Don't tell me the wounds are too deep. I've heard the excuses before, and they're nothing but chains you've wrapped around yourself. They hurt me. They broke me. They took everything. Fine, let it be true. But what are you going to do about it? Lie there bleeding, waiting for someone to save you? No, that's not who you are. That's not who you're allowed to be. You're a warrior, not a victim. Those wounds, they're battle scars. That pain, it's fuel. And I command you to light it up.
Let it burn so bright that no one can ignore the fire in you. Think about the times bitterness nearly won. Maybe it was a friend who stabbed you in the back, leaving you questioning every bond you've ever had. Maybe it was a failure so public, so humiliating, that you still hear the echoes of laughter in your nightmares. Maybe it was a loss so profound you thought you'd never feel whole again. I get it. It's heavy. It's brutal. It's enough to make anyone want to quit. But quitting isn't an option. Not for you. You don't get to wave the white flag. You don't get to let bitterness write your story. You take that pen back and you write a new chapter, one where you rise, not fall. Here's the secret they don't tell you. Bitterness only has power if you feed it. Every time you dwell on the hurt, every time you replay the betrayal in your mind, every time you let the what-ifs and if-onlys choke you, you're handing it the reins. Stop it. Rip those reins away. I'm not asking you to forget the pain. I'm telling you to master it. Feel it, yes. Let it sear through you. But then stand up and say, you don't control me. You don't own me. You're just a tool I'll use to grow stronger. That's your mission now. That's your fight. Imagine this. You're standing in the wreckage of your life. The ground is littered with the shards of what used to be. Broken trust, shattered hopes, bitter memories. The wind howls, cold and unforgiving. And there you are, alone, with nothing but your will. What do? Do you sit there staring at the ruins, letting the cold sink into your bones? No. You clench your fists. You feel the pulse in your veins, the heat of your own defiance. And you start picking up the pieces, not to mourn them, but to forge something new. A weapon, a shield, a monument to your strength. That's what bitterness becomes when you refuse to let it win. I know it's hard. I know it feels like the world is against you, like every step forward is met with a new blow. But that's why you're here, because you're not ordinary. You're not meant to bend and break like the rest. You're meant to stand tall when the storm rages, to laugh in the face of the chaos, to turn the poison of bitterness into the steel of resilience. And I'm commanding you to do it. No more excuses, no more hesitation. Take every ounce of that pain and mold it into something the world can't ignore. This is your moment. Right now, as you hear these words, I want you to feel that bitterness, the one that's been gnawing at you, and confront it. Look it in the eye and say, you're done ruling me. I'm the one in charge now. Then use it. Let it push you to fight harder, to love fiercer, to live louder. Because a resilient soul doesn't just endure bitterness, it conquers it. And you're a conqueror. So go out there and prove it. I'm so excited that we're nearing the finish line together. Below is an expanded and detailed version of Part 4, Rise and March to Success in English, written with the same commanding, emotionally charged, and inspirational tone as the previous sections. It's crafted to be approximately 1,000 words, suitable for a 10 to 12 minute segment in your 30-minute motivational video. This final core section will rally viewers to rise from their falls and charge relentlessly towards success with unshakable determination. Part 4, approx 10 to 12 minutes, Rise and March to Success. Listen up, because this is where it all comes together. You've faced failure head on. You've turned bitterness into steel. You've forged a soul that can't be broken. Now, hear me loud and clear. It's time to rise, not tomorrow, not when the stars align, right now. Falling isn't your crime. Staying down is. And I'm not asking you to get up.
I'm commanding you to stand tall, dust off the dirt, and march towards success like the warrior you are. This isn't a suggestion. This is your orders. The battlefield is yours, and victory is waiting, but you've got to claim it.
Let's strip this down to the bone. Success isn't a gift handed to you on a silver platter. It's not a warm hug from the universe saying, "Here, you deserve this." No. Success is a prize you rip from the jaws of struggle. It's the peak you climb with bleeding hands and burning lungs. It's the fire you stoke with every ounce of grit you've got. You've fallen before. Maybe you're on your knees right now, staring at the wreckage of a dream gone wrong. Good. Feel that ground beneath you. Feel the weight pressing down, because that's your starting line, not your finish. And I demand you cross it. Picture this. You're down, bruised, battered, the world's spinning around you. The voices, inside and out, are screaming that it's over, that you've lost, that you should just stay there in the mud. But then you feel it. A spark, a pulse, a flicker of something fierce inside you that refuses to die. Your hands press into the earth. Your legs tremble, but they move, and you rise, not because it's easy, not because it feels good, but because you've decided that failure doesn't get the last word. You do. That's the moment you become unstoppable. That's the moment you start your march, and I'm ordering you to seize it. Don't you dare tell me it's too late. Don't you dare say the odds are stacked against you. I don't care how many times you've stumbled, how many doors have slammed in your face, how many nights you've wondered if you're enough. You're still here, aren't you? Your heart's still beating, your lungs still draw breath, then you've got fight left in you. Success doesn't care about your past, it cares about your will. It doesn't bow to your scars, it bows to your resolve. So wipe the sweat from your brow, clench your fists, and take that first step, because I won't let you waste another second wallowing. Think about what's waiting on the other side. Imagine standing at the top, not just scraping by, but thriving. Picture the day you look back at every fall, every tear, every bitter blow, and see them for what they were, fuel for your ascent. That day isn't a fantasy, it's your destiny, but only if you move. Success doesn't chase you down, you hunt it. You stalk it through the dark, through the pain, through every no that tries to stop you. And when you catch it, when you plant your flag on that peak, you'll know it was worth every damn step. But you've got to start walking now. Let's talk about the march itself. It's not a sprint, it's a war. Some days you'll charge forward, unstoppable, the wind at your back. Other days you'll crawl inch by bloody inch, every muscle screaming to quit. That's fine, that's life. But quitting? That's not an option. I don't care if you're limping, if you're exhausted, if the path ahead looks impossible. You keep going, one step, then another, then another. Each one is a defiance, a shout to the world that you're not done. And I command you to take that step today, right this second, because every moment you hesitate, success slips further away. I know the doubts that claw at you. What if I fail again? What if I'm not good enough? What if it's all for nothing? Hear me. Those questions don't matter. They're ghosts, shadows trying to chain you to the ground. You don't answer them. You crush them. You don't negotiate with fear. You silence it. Because a resilient soul doesn't bow to what-ifs. It forges, I will. So stand up. Say it out loud. I will rise. I will march. I will win. Then do it. Prove it with your actions, not your words. I'm not here for promises. I'm here for results. Imagine this. You're on that battlefield, the horizon glowing with the light of everything you've ever wanted. The ground beneath you is scarred from your falls.
but you're still moving. Your legs ache, your chest burns, but your eyes are locked on that prize. Every step echoes with the strength you've built, the failures you've faced, the bitterness you've conquered, the soul you've forged. And as you near that peak, you feel it, the weight lifting, the fire surging, the triumph roaring in your veins. That's success. That's yours. But only if you rise and march. Now. This is your charge, right here as my voice rings in your ears. I want you to feel every fall you've endured, and then let it go. Stand up, take a breath, and start walking. Not because someone's pulling you, not because it's promised, but because you refuse to let anything less than victory define you.
Success isn't a gift, it's a conquest. And you're a conqueror, so rise, march, claim what's yours, because I won't accept anything less. Listen, I'm not saying this to make you feel good. I'm saying this to wake you up, to make you take charge of yourself. A resilient soul isn't a gift from the heavens, it's something you must seize. Starting today, live like a warrior, fearless, unwavering, relentless. This world belongs to those who rise after every fall, who turn bitterness into strength. Who are you? A weakling who crumbles or an unbreakable fighter? Decide and start right now.